at war. Halfway around the world, far from the American continent, an island of the South Seas becomes an outpost of the United States. A half-forgotten village suddenly is a strategic crossroads. Easygoing natives find themselves next-door neighbors to American soldiers, sailors, and Marines, new friends to build and defend an advanced base for the United States Navy. Ever closer to enemy soil, the tents and buildings of picked construction units rise as base after base goes into operation. Camouflage is an important problem. Natural materials are brought together in a pattern which blends smoothly with the foliage. As the men set up camp, the officers in charge of construction confer on the plans. Questions of easy operation are balanced against defense considerations, with blueprints checked and double-checked. Shore positions are selected in the underbrush. And in the harbor, channels are marked off for the seaplanes. Soon the long days of construction begin. First job for Navy men is the erection of wharves, for all supplies must be brought from the transports to the shallow water inshore by lighter or small boat. Every man transported overseas today must be accompanied by tons of supplies, not only food, fuel, and weapons, but repair tools, construction and engineering materials, medical goods, clothing, recreation equipment. Thousands of things must be selected for any expedition. Everything planned so that no single necessary item will be missing when all the goods are ashore and stowed away. Defense of an island outpost with its stores of supplies and repair parts falls first of all on seaplanes. Seaplanes are important because few South Sea islands have airports. Runways through tangled underbrush may take months to build, if possible at all. Each shipment of planes has to go through the standard aircraft check in the tropical hangars before ready for patrol. Trucks move up to defense positions with the anti-aircraft guns. Lack of road for guns and prime movers are designed to travel anywhere, under any conditions. The unlimbering of an anti-aircraft gun is a job that requires close coordination. Teamwork, with each man attending to his special detail, prepares the answer to possible attack. To combat submarine raiders, an improvised net layer tows strings of buoys supporting deep submarine traps across the shipping channel. When in position, they are interlocked, and the harbor becomes a safe haven for base supply ships and for passing convoys. With the harbor secured against submarines, and with anti-aircraft guns alert for air attack, the crews tackle the problem of protection from surface raiders. First move is the preparation of emplacements for the big guns. Dynamite clears the way. Rock is blasted from the mountain height. Building materials are hoisted up the trails, with tractors on opposite hillsides supplying the power. The tractors pull in unison, exerting their power by cables led through a snatch block. Concrete mixers, essential tools of battle in modern war, contribute the foundations for the big guns. Now the gun mounts, the parts containing the operating mechanism, are jacked onto the concrete. Everything is prepared. The mounts have to be slowly eased onto their fastenings. Tons of metal must be placed exactly and precisely according to plan. Finally, the guns themselves, the intricate and powerful instruments of death, are brought ashore. Transportation is difficult. The long, unwieldy bulk of the weapons makes them hard to control. Every step must be carefully prepared in advance, from the moment they leave the transports until they are in position, ready for action. Timber slides and rollers are provided for moving the guns up the hillside. Slides and rollers that must be carefully placed and replaced according to the age-old procedure. To get the guns in their mounts, to adjust them to their correct positions, requires hour after hour of exacting work. Balance has to be precise to get the heavy mechanisms into perfect operating order. Finally, the scaffolding is removed. The guns are ready. Ready for the first crash of shells into enemy steel. The base itself is now in operation. Every department at work, under canvas or in the open air. In cleared-off bits of jungle ground, which serve as hangar decks, the planes are checked and prepared for duty. The first crack-up gives the ground crews some repair business. A typical problem calling for ingenuity in the use of advanced base equipment. A job for skilled mechanics to get this plane back on patrol as soon as possible. In the ordnance workshop, there is a daily job of preparing and checking the gear for the patrol flights. Miniature bombs are loaded. Machine gun ammunition belted and checked. Most important, as the Navy gathers strength for the offensive, the big babies are made ready to be sent air mail, special delivery. Like everyone else, the cooks do their work in the open. Their galley in a tropical clearing is one of the most important spots on the island. Waiting in chow line is almost picnic style, and fresh-picked coconuts may be on the menu with spaghetti and slumgullion, just a normal dinner. Mail call is the most popular part of the naval routine, especially on a South Sea island. The arrival of letters from the States is the signal for a brief holiday from work. These men and others like them throughout the world, constructing the outposts of American power on every sea, every continent, are the builders for battle. The bases they build, pushed always closer and closer to enemy soil, mark the surging advance of the forces of freedom. As the first great convoy prepares to move out from this base, the builders know that whether they sail for battle with guns and torpedoes, or with hammers, saws, and wrenches, each man strikes his blow against the aggressors. Because they are not afraid of sweat and toil, because they build quickly and well, another step is taken back to Bataan and Corregidor, another step forward to Tokyo. This is your Navy at war.